What's up, traders? This is Greatness FX. I've got two more questions to answer before the week ends. Just a quick update before we go straight to answer these two questions. Firstly, I want you to know that I will be publishing the weekly FOREX forecast every weekend and also be doing a review of the previous week that same weekend. If you go to the playlist of this channel, you will see we have weekly FOREX forecast and review. That is where I will publish the weekly FOREX forecast for the week and the review for the previous week. If you go to that same playlist, you will see a section where we have FOREX questions and answer. Weekly FOREX questions and answer. In this section, I won't just be publishing or uploading FOREX questions and answer every day. Now, this is how I want it to be so things can be done decently and in order. You are to send your questions to my contact details in the description. Send your questions to me from Monday to Thursday. I will answer all questions in one video and upload by Friday. In this way, we'll be publishing or uploading the question and answer section every Friday. Also, if you check the playlist, you will see a section we have tutorial section. This tutorial section is not just topics that were given to me by the students or by the viewers. These are topics I picked up myself and decided to teach because I feel they will help you in the long run because they are very, very educational. Any other thing we add to the playlist, I will let you know, but this is the update for now. Send your questions to me via my contact details in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get notified each time I publish any video, be it weekly FOREX forecast, be it weekly FOREX forecast and review, the review of the previous week, or be it weekly FOREX question and answers, or any educational video I publish. Now, the questions we have for today, Friday 17th of April 2020, are just two. Now, the first question says, how do you draw support and resistance perfectly in Forex? Now, to draw support and resistance perfectly in Forex is very, very simple. First, you must know that market move in waves and structures. In this way, you can draw support and resistance perfectly. And there are different ways to draw support and resistance, either with the trend line or with the horizontal line. But I make use of the horizontal line most times. 99% of the times is horizontal line I make use of. I don't use the trend lines that much. Why? Because I understand structure very well and I make use of it. Now, for example, those using MT4 and MT5, or those who like to use the horizontal line, if you want to draw your support and resistance, let me delete this box. If you want to draw your support and resistance, it's very simple. This is how you do it. You pick your horizontal line and anywhere you want to put it. If we are to identify this resistance, this support and resistance, what are we going to do? You are going to place it at the close of the candles. At the close of the candles. Most people draw their support and resistance in the weeks, but we just place it at the close of the candles. Why? Because if you go on the line charts, you will see it will align perfectly with it. Did you see it? This is the same region. If you place it on the week, let's go to the candlesticks and place it on the week, you will see it didn't align with it from the line chart. You can see the space. So to draw your support and resistance perfectly, make sure you put your horizontal line at the close of the candle. The close of the candle that you are putting your horizontal line. If you are to do the same here, if you want to analyze the same market, this resistance zone, you put it at the close of this candle, and if you go on the line chart, you will see it is touching it. This is where it formed M formation and is coming to retest it before it continue downward. That is how I draw my support and resistance line. Another way to draw support and resistance line, or let me say to identify, not to draw. To identify, that's another question entirely, but let me quickly use this opportunity to teach you. To identify support and resistance, you must note that when market is moving in a direction, any candle not related to that move becomes a structure because it's against the move. For example, this is a a move formation. Yes, and this serves as resistance. If you check very well, after this support turned resistance, if you check, the market touched it at this region and moved up. When it was coming down, it broke it. This same region is now turned what? Resistance. That's not what we are looking at now. We are looking at how to identify this support and resistance area. Now, if you look at this move, this downward move, you can see all the candles printed were red candles, bearish candles. But along the way, a candle came out that was against the move, and this candle is what? A bullish candle, a green candle. This is the color I like to use. From your chart, you can use black and white, blue and red, any color you like. Now, let me be using the Forex terms. Let me not be using the green and red. Okay, now you can see these bearish candles that came down. We are moving downward, we are melting downward, and suddenly a bullish candle came out. Now this bullish candle was against the move. This becomes another structure. It becomes another structure area. Here is it now. Now if you notice, when the next bearish candle broke below it, the next bullish candle went to retest this resistance area. You can see, though these are minor zones, the strong zones are these ones I identified here. These are minor zones, and they are only respected from the time frame you are trading it. But higher time frames do not respect those zones, because higher time frame zones are different from these zones. So these zones are respected by this time frame and lower time frame that are below it. Our 4 will respect this same zone, and if you go on our 4 now, you will notice this zone we identify here will be much. Okay, let me go down. Okay, let's get this zone. Oh, let me zoom out. You can see this is a zone we identified from the daily time frame. You see the zone. This was just one candle from the daily, but here you can see it formed what? A structure, which is M formation. Do you see the M formation? The market broke below it and retested the neckline. That's what we got from the daily. That's what we got from the daily. The market broke below it and retested the neckline, which is the resistance. So that is how to identify structure. I know it's not part of the question, but I just want to quickly let you know how to identify the structure. But from the question which you asked, how do you draw support and resistance? That's what I just showed to you. To draw support and resistance, you must draw them at the close of the candles, not at the wick. You get? It's only trend lines that you can draw at the wick, which you were taught, but there is a different way I draw my trend lines. This is what you were taught, that if you want to draw your trend lines, maybe you want to draw this one now. Your trend line should be touching the wick. This is what you were taught. But this is not how I draw my trend lines. Though this is correct, I am not saying this is wrong, but this is not how I draw my trend line. That's why I use the horizontal line most times, but it's still okay to draw trend lines this way. That trend line I just drew is what? A resistance. you can see the market touched it and bounced backward. While the one that will be below it is what? Our support trend line. This is a channel, this is a resistance and support. You can see the market touched the resistance, came down, broke below it and broke above it. This is a fake breakout. It went up again, retested the resistance, came down, broke below it and broke back above it. That's another fake breakout. Started moving upward and it tested the resistance again, came down to the support. Now it has broken below it and it went to break above it again. Now what's the market doing? It has retested the support trend line, the upward trend line, and what's the market about to do? You want to start moving up again to come and retest the resistance. Meanwhile, there is a resistance here. This might push it downward to make it a total downtrend, but if it succeeds and break this place, it might turn to an uptrend, or this resistance will push it down again. That's for how to draw support and resistance. Now, for the other question, how do you do multi-time frame analysis? Question number 2. How do you do multi-time frame analysis? Now, this is how I do my multi-time frame analysis. Very simple secrets. I go on the monthly and check the monthly candle once a month. We have one candle per month. I check the monthly once in a month. What am I checking from the monthly time frame? I am checking to see the close of the previous candle month, the close of the previous month. Now what am I checking here? Anytime you see me on the monthly time frame, I came to check the close of the previous monthly candle. You can see if it closed below or above structure. If you check now, it closed below this structure, and this is an M formation. We expect the next move to come and retest this neckline before moving down, because this is a downtrend, or it can just move down from this region. This is what I come to check from the monthly time frame. You can see the former monthly candle, there was a rejection from the downside, telling us that the next candle might come to retest this neckline before moving downward. The same thing, this candle was a bearish candle and suddenly it started pushing upward, and now it has come down again. What are we expecting? We're expecting the market to come and retest this region. So this is what I check monthly. I go to the monthly time frame to check it once in a month. Then I go on the weekly time frame. I check the weekly time frame once in a week also, because there are 4 weeks in a month. So this is the region we identify from the monthly time frame. You can see the rejection from the monthly time frame. So what are we expecting now? We're expecting the market to come to this region, retest it before we start looking for a short. Meanwhile, some people are already looking for a long from this region to this neck line. It is also possible to get a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Now, after checking the weekly, because I check the weekly once in a week to know the move, I go down a daily. The daily is what I check every day to see the open and close of the previous daily candle. Now, this is where we are expecting the market to come to before we start looking for a short. However, the market might get to this point and break above it. In that way, we are no longer in a downtrend. We are now in an uptrend. We are waiting for the market to move upward a bit, retest this zone and move to the upside. But from the monthly right now, what we are looking at is for the market to come and retest this region. While some people are already on the 4-hour time frame looking for long, but from what I'm seeing now, I won't look for long but short opportunity if the market will provide one of our entries at this region. That is how I do my multi-time frame analysis. It doesn't take time to scan a pair. 1 minute, you already scan a pair and you are done. So that is all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified anytime I publish any new video. Thank you.